May 2019 is when I decided to take sprinting seriously and learn everything I could about it. Although I'm not an Olympic sprinter, nor am I even trying to get to that level, as of today, September 22, 2020, I know 1,000 times more than I did before. And my intentions for this video are: one, show you what real mistakes look like from a real person learning how to sprint, and two, show you how I solve these issues so that you can save time when fixing them yourself. Mistake number one, having the arms too tense. Let's take a look at the clip. You can see that my arms are way too tense, especially if you look at my hands. It looks like I'm on my Mr. Miyagi shit.
Mr. Miyagi!
Relaxing is important because in order for your body to move fast, your muscles have to lengthen and contract fast, which is hard to do if your body is stiff and tense. I found that instead of holding your hands like a karate chop or fist, curling your hands like you're about to hold a cup of water allows you to relax your hands and also the rest of your arms. Mistake number two, landing instead of striking. This is one of the most common mistakes. Unless you've worked on it already, you're probably making this mistake right now. Let's take a look at the clip. See how I was letting my foot just land into the ground out in front of me? This results in braking forces which push me backwards and slow me down. I'm not gonna lie, this one took a while for me to fix. In this clip, you can see the difference. You can see that in the air, I was driving the leg back to strike the ground. Although my technique still isn't perfect here, you can see I'm actively striking instead of just landing into the ground. It finally clicked for me when I started doing this drill called leg cycles. Essentially what it does is it trains your legs to move in a circular motion so your foot drives back towards the ground. I got a whole video on that called Sprint Workout for Beginners. Link will be in the description. Mistake number three, neglecting hip mobility. Pretty much all of us can benefit from doing more stretching, especially if you're doing sprints, which requires your body to be both mobile and strong. In this clip, I was first learning how to do the A-step, which is a very basic sprint drill, yet you can see that having tight hips created two major issues in my technique. One, I was struggling to keep the bottom leg straight. Two, my back was rounding like crazy. Here's how I fixed this mistake. Apart from doing the obvious and stretching my hips more, the main thing that helped was doing the drill itself, but super slow. I'm talking Matrix level slow. Technically speaking, this is a form of active stretching, which means performing a stretch with no assistance like a partner, equipment, or momentum. It's much harder than doing it quickly because I have to actively contract my quads, glutes to keep the leg straight while actively using my core to lift up the knee. The benefit of using this method is that I was able to improve my hip mobility and strengthen the supporting muscles in a relatively short period of time. Mistake number four, doing too much too soon. I won't even use the word overtraining because it's so controversial.
I want you all to know that overtraining is fake news. It's fake, phony, fake.
However, we could say I was doing more sprint training than my body could handle. When I first decided to take sprinting seriously and learn everything I could, I was trying out new drills, I was analyzing technique, and I was doing some form of sprinting about 5 days a week. In this clip, I was talking about a pinch feeling I was getting in my quad. During sprints, you need your quads to be flexible in order to allow your hips to hyperextend and strong enough to absorb impact when you land. At this point, I'm pretty sure that I was lacking in both areas and it eventually caught up to me. In order to solve this issue, I did three things. One, I paused sprinting and focused only on drills. Two, I strengthened my quads. And three, I did self-myofascial release until the pain went away, which I believe it took about 3 weeks, and then I was feeling 100% again. Mistake number five is doing drills without understanding them. In this clip, I believe I was doing butt kicks, and I was thinking that I was gonna improve my leg recovery by doing this, and eventually I realized that if you look at the leg recovery, the knee and the hips, they bend at the same time, With traditional butt kicks, only the knee is bending. After that, rather than blindly doing drills I found online, for every drill I make sure to understand exactly what it's for and why it's useful. This way I have a good reason for everything I do in my training. On that note, if you found this video helpful in any way, hit the like button for me and let me know in the comments what issues or mistakes have you encountered in your sprinting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.